Hey guys, my name's Kathy. Welcome to my channel. And if this is your first time watching, then welcome. And if you're returning, then thanks for coming back to hang out with me. So today, as you saw from the title, I have a wig to review. Uniwigs was kind enough to reach out to me and ask me if I wanted to review a wig for them, and I was like, sure, I'd love to. So this is the wig I'm going to be talking about, so if you want to see what I think of it, then keep on watching. Hey guys, so I'm going to start by doing an unboxing. I have actually looked inside this box and I've tried this wig on before, but I just wanted to share with you how it came. I put everything back together, and so let's get started. So once you open it up, you will see the wig inside. So it just looks like that, and it is all covered with some netting, and then inside is a little piece of tissue paper just to keep it, help it keep its shape. So when you take it out of the box, you can just pull that right off, and then you can see the wig and just see it's nicely styled. It was like this right when I first took it out, the first time I tried it on. It didn't really need a whole lot of styling. It's very, just very nicely, it lays really nicely. So that is the wig, and then the other few things that are in here, you get a cool mesh weaving cap. So that's what this looks like. So this is just, if you have, longer hair, just hair that you want to keep out of your way, then this is really handy to put on. I've used this. I have other ones like this. Mine are more like kind of nylon, like pantyhose material, but this one's mesh, so they both seem to work the same way. And then there are little combs in case you want to sew those in to make the wig a little bit more secure. I probably won't do that, but it's nice to have them in case you wanted to. And then it also comes with a brush. And it's the kind of brush that I've seen in stores where they have extensions, like when I've gone to the wig store and looked. So it's really nice. These are the kind that don't yank on the hair, so it won't pull the hair out of the wig. So that's nice to get too. That's really handy. And then it just has a tag that says La Vivid and then the website. And I'll link all the information about the wig that I got and all that good stuff in the description box so that you can check that out. So this wig is pretty long. It is, when I have it on, it's about the same length as my hair, and my hair goes down to about my bra strap. So just kind of the middle of my back, and that's where this one hits me too. This one does have a little bit more layering on the sides, so it has kind of like long side swept bangs, and then it has some face framing layers that go around the side, and then there's also some longer layers in the back. So it's definitely, it's not just a, kind of a long straight sort of cut. And the color that I got is Almond Frost. And it also comes in some other colors. There's macadamia, which is a platinum blonde, and then there's like a brown and a red, so definitely lots of different colors. Some features of this one that are different than some of the other wigs that I have are it has a sort of teasing effect. It's a little bit thicker at the root. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it makes it so that there's a lot of volume. When I put it on in a minute, you'll see what I mean. So when you touch that, it's got a little bit of a thickness. It's not just the straight hairs, coming out of the wig cap. There's actually a little bit of teasing kind of in there. I don't know if you can see that very well. But yeah, so that definitely makes it like so much volume. And then on the inside of the cap, it's not a lace front cap, it's just a regular kind of woven cap. So this is what it looks like. And so you just basically pull it on. It doesn't have any combs in it at the moment, but you could add those ones if you wanted. And then it has little adjusters on the back. So there are little, ways you can make it a little tighter. I have a really big head, so I have it stretched, so that it's definitely the loosest that it can be, just because I have problems with hats and sunglasses. Everything's too tight on my head. So I didn't have to cinch this up, but if you have a smaller head, you definitely could. And so it's parted kind of in the middle, but when I put it on, I have sort of, put it so that it's a little bit to the left, just so that it's like my own hair, because that's where I like to part my hair. I just think that's where I've always parted it. So when I put it on, I'm going to shift it to the left a little bit. So a couple things about this wig. I do want to just talk a little bit about the wigs that I already have, so you know what I'm comparing them to. So the wigs that I have are all kind of more like party wigs. I've gotten them at places like Display and Costume. Just, you know, they're definitely more kind of fun, less expensive wigs. So this is one that I really like. It's pink, and it definitely, you can see how the hair looks different. I'll try to hold these up so you can tell the difference. So let's see, I'll hold it like this. So obviously they're different colors, but so the hair on this wig was like $40, but you can see it's stiffer. It definitely looks, it's shinier. It looks very, it just doesn't look like real hair. Whereas this, even though it is synthetic, it does look, it's got a little bit more sway to it. It's not as shiny, and it just looks a little bit more like, you know, like real hair. So so I definitely think that this Uniwigs wig is higher quality than one that you would get like at a Display and Costume type store. And you would probably wear them for different reasons, you know? So, I mean, nothing wrong with this type of wig, this pink one, but it's just, you know, it doesn't look real. So, and I have actually a couple other ones. I'll show you one that's like a natural hair color. So this one's black. I mean, this is like super black, but it's kind of the same thing where it's very shiny. It, you know, it doesn't really look, I mean, I've had this haircut before, but you know, it's definitely a very stylized look. Whereas the Carrie wig it just looks a little bit more like, you know, it's more similar to my own hair, where it has like the layering, and, you know, it just looks a little bit more, just more natural and softer. Definitely, the hair is very soft, and it, you know, I haven't had it for very long, so I don't know how it will last. But I have seen other wigs where they get really tangly at the bottom when they're synthetic. And this one just, it feels very soft. It doesn't feel like it's, you know, gonna knot up on itself, especially I'm sure if you take good care of it. So one other thing that I did notice when I first tried it on is I put my hair in a bun. I just, you know, took it back and like wrapped it in a little scrunchie. And I don't recommend that if you have longer hair, just because it's gonna make the wig sit weird on your head. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and quickly braid my hair into two braids. So this just makes it so that my real hair is a little bit more evenly distributed and a little bit more flat to my head. All right, let's put the wig on. Okay, so I have a mirror behind the camera. I can't see super well, so I am just gonna kind of let you see what this looks like just putting it on without styling it, and then I'm gonna kind of get closer to the mirror so I can see a little better. But that's just kind of without even doing anything. And so you can see this is what the edge looks like. So you definitely want to make sure that your wig is over the wig cap, so you can't see that. Good, kind of push that back. But so this doesn't have, so my other wigs have bangs, so you don't really have to worry about, you know, seeing the edge of the wig. But with this one, it is finished all along here. So, I mean, you could kind of like twist it back if you wanted to, you know, put your hair in a clip or something like that, or like pin it back. And you can also, you could put it in a ponytail if you wanted to. So it's definitely versatile as far as, you know, different styling options, or you can just wear it down. So I'm just gonna go and kind of, you know, make sure it's combed out and laying a little bit better, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about my pros and cons for this wig, and I have them all written down here. So the first pro is that the hair feels very soft, so it feels a little bit more like my natural hair, whereas some of my more kind of less expensive wigs, more kind of party wigs, these definitely, they feel just a little bit coarser. They definitely, and they don't really fall like normal, like real hair. So this wig I feel like has a lot of you know, just feels more like real hair. It definitely doesn't feel as coarse. So I like that. I think the style is really cute. I like that it has the long layers, you know, the face framing layers, and I think it looks, you know, it looks like a modern hairstyle that I would want. And the one thing that I don't like is the way the bangs come down, and that's just me. And I have tried, I'm gonna use a little more. I have some, this is dry wax, but hairspray would probably be better. But you can kind of get it to stay back a little bit by doing that. But what I'm probably going to do is have my hairstylist just trim that a little bit. I thought about doing it myself, but the last time I trimmed my bangs, I got a little bit crazy and they were a little too short. So I'm going to see her soon, so I might ask her if she could just, you know, just give me a little bit of bangs. And for some people, I know that is just totally wouldn't bother some people, but that drives me crazy. So that's a con, but I could switch it into a pro just by, you know, styling it and by cutting it a little bit. The next one, it's a pro, is I think that the color looks really natural. I like the way that it's a little bit darker at the root and there's some lighter highlights at the bottom. So I think that looks really natural. It makes it look more like real hair so that it's not just all one solid color from root to tip. So I like the way that they did that. And I also think that it's good quality for the price. Certainly there are, you know, there's tons of wigs out there and there's some that are really expensive. They can be like $1,000 or more. I went to a wig shop and I was just looking at some of the wigs that were, you know, they weren't synthetic, they were the real deal. And oh my god, I had some sticker shock. I didn't know they could be that much. And I know they can be even more than that. So this wig's $158, so that seems like a little bit more doable. It's not, you know, it's not real hair, but it's good quality synthetic hair, I think. So some of the cons, I think this wig, even though it looks pretty real, it's a little bit shiny. It's a little bit shinier than my real hair. So one thing that I might do that I've seen videos of people doing is de-shining the wig. So you can take dry shampoo and just spray it on, and that mattifies it a little bit so that it looks a little bit more like real hair. So I might try that. The one other con is I really don't care for the volume that's at the roots. And again, for some people that might be a pro, but I don't like it because my head is really big already and my hair is pretty fine, so I think I'm used to not having a ton of volume. And so I think it just it makes it look like you can see that it's sitting up a little bit high off my head. So that's just one thing that is a personal preference. I would prefer if it was just, you know, a little bit flatter, I guess. The other one, the last con is that I think the edge, you can kind of work around it. You could pull your hair to the side and put a clip in it, but I think that I would just be kind of nervous about having this edge showing because it's finished, but you know, you'd have to be really careful of not having it slide back or wanting to make sure that, you know, that your wig cap wasn't showing. So depending on how you did it, I think you could make that work. But for me personally, I'd probably just want to have it down just so that I didn't have to worry about that. And that's another reason I like bangs, is because then it's just coming straight down anyway. So again, that's something that I find a con, but that I think I can work around and make it work better for me. So those are my thoughts about this wig. If you have this wig, I'd love to know what you thought of it. And if you have other wigs, if you wear wigs more than I do, more frequently, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And also, if you do wear wigs more often, let me know if there's anything that I left out or anything maybe that I got wrong. Let me know, because I know a little bit about wigs, but I don't know a ton. So I know there's a lot of people out there that just wear them more frequently than I do. So I'd love to hear from you if you have any tips or tricks, or, you know, just anything that you want to add. I'd love to hear it. And I do want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank Uniwigs for sending me this wig. I really appreciate it. That was so kind. And thank you so much for watching. And if you are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe, leave me a big thumbs up, and leave me a comment below. I love reading your comments. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.